Hi, Jewers. Hi, I'm back with the 25 books of 2025. Quarters 1 is September 2024 in Great Yarmouth. It's going to be uploaded in November of next year, okay? I got this because it's in a charity shop and it amused me because um, Mills and Boon, star sign of romance. Star sign romance, okay, of Scorpio, which I actually am. This will be uploaded in November, which is the star sign of Scorpio. So, anyway, and it was published, okay, when was this published? It was published in 1991. Okay, so, yeah, it's a bit old, a bit battered, but anyway, called A Sting in the Tail. Right, Star Sign Romance by Annabel Murray. Matt Gregory seemed destined to be Candy's enemy from the start. As a guest at her father's first-class hotel, he was intent on causing trouble, and it was Candy's job as assistant manager to soothe the flayed tempers he inevitably left behind him, not to mention keeping control of her own, which flared wherever they met. Candy's mother put down their mutual affliction to astrology. Matt was Aries and Candy was Scorpio. Though Candy's intuition told her that Matt's antagonism was something more sinister than two star signs that were naturally opposed. So Candy is, well, Candy's, she's French. Her mother is French, and her mother is into star signs, whilst her father runs the hotel. Right, here we are. Right, right. See what it says here, Mashery. Scorpio, a meeting today will determine your future happiness. Candy, as she liked to be called, laughed. Maman, wanted to be bilingual, she used a form address to her mother preferred. Maman, when will you realise that horoscopes are a load of rubbish? How can one prediction possibly apply to all the millions of Scorpios in this world? Right. But that's her mother. Mother is all, okay, all like flighty and all that. Right. Whilst her father, okay, could well afford his wife's extravagances. In many ways, this said pair might not really grown up. She had almost childlike greed for the good things of life, combined with an incredible naivety. Whilst her daughter and her husband are running this hotel, he's sitting there, okay, surrounded by pretty, pretty things. They live in a hotel, like an executive suite, surrounded by all the little pretty things and luxuries, in the absolute luxuries. But the thing is, she has a guest at her hotel being particularly troublesome. Oh, particularly. Right, of course. Oh, of course. Sean from Sean's bookcase, if you see, it's kind of filled there with this one, honey. So, anyway, many wealthy people frequented the majestic hotel, and she was adept at recognizing quality when she saw it. But behind his face, what really caught and held her attention, a long face, but not too narrow, with a strong, well-rounded chin. No chinless wonder this, unlike some of the money men who patronised the hotel. It's not especially good looking, she thought, but it was a nice face, one that looked as though the owner might possess a sense of humour. Right. But the thing is, this man at the hotel, okay, he's not happy, and Candy's father told her whatever he wants, he gets. Okay, if he's criticising of the French chefs, then let him. Okay, let him be critical, let him discover. And also, Candy's, oh, when he wants to go on a tour, you take him. You basically be his like surf, okay, around the hotel for a week. Right, that's her job, is to keep Matt Gregory happy. Here you go. And when Matt meets the mother, okay, Scorpio. Now remember, I am a Scorpio, right? So I'm a water sign. I can tell you that. The symbol is like an M with a little arrow. Okay, that's the sign for Scorpio. And so yeah, so that's my thing. I'm a water element. So hey, but let's be here, okay, right? And for, oh, you're an Aries. Oh, I thought so. The moment I saw you, you would be amazed, Matt. That many people do not, especially men, do not know if they take no interest in their star sign. You know, they say Casanova was an Aryan, or so was Vincent van Gogh, Candy muttered, and he was insane. Candy's a Scorpion, very typical. Do you know anything about Scorpions, Matt? Okay, Matt, anything about Scorpios? Right. Are they prone to paranoia? He said sulkily. Right, so he's silkily, sorry. Kenny had a quick wit which could bite him when she chose, and she could think of several ways of telling of retorts. He was not only a guest in a hotel, so he was fortunate perhaps at that moment the sweet trolley arrived. So, oh yes, but she's a Scorpio. She's an absolute Scorpio. Matt as antagonist, if money goes missing, it's returned to him. He's just pretty kind of pissed off at the situation, okay, and drops this, right? When it comes to okay, the issue okay with the French chefs, okay, it's the right. A Frenchman is an artist, even a genius. It is that little pride, little temperament. An artist and a Frenchman. Was I being French? Candy inquired. I'm half French myself. Are you claiming that allows you the right to be temperamental? Now, I thought it might be prejudice against foreigners. Don't know what I thought last night seeing you with my mother. Oh, oh, well, if you have to take a back seat to her, isn't it? Right. So they're antagonistic, okay? And the thing is, this book, okay, about star signs, okay, that the set has bought, okay, that's Candy's mother, is it's big, okay. It's once again, okay, about Scorpios, of course. Now I'm different with about Scorpios because being one myself, here we are. It's book of yours. It's all that Scorpios are haughty, stubborn, and willful. Associating all that English. She also said they're extremely sexy. They believe that call service there's intense passion, sometimes severely repressed, and that has yet to be proved. Right, that has yet to be proved. So basically, okay, he's antagonizing her the entire time. Is that a typical Aries thing? I don't even know. I do not even know myself, okay? And when it comes to, once again, star signs and the set, always breathing down on neck, okay, about goddamn star signs, okay? Here you go, right? And once again, what's why Candy and Matt are actually getting closer, right? It's morning, Candy. Candy's the set went on. Your horoscope said an attractive male could be very helpful to your career. I read that too, but only if you keep emotion out of the picture. Since the only emotion I feel towards Mr. McGregory is one of dislike. So they're antagonistic and they hate each other in true Mills and Boon fashion. When it comes to the issues, okay, with the business, right, you've got Candy's mother just trying to turn into a nice, thin woman like herself, basically a cat woman. That's the thing, okay, a cat woman. That's the kind of thing, okay, is this, oh, Candy, you're so beautiful. You don't need to, okay, wear your pretty little head, okay, about business, darling. Oh, no, just be pretty, right. Business, you're as bad as your father. Take heed, petite. There are men who do not find that easy to love women who like power. Do you not think of other things besides work when you are with him? Right. Ah, so you do. Has he kissed you yet? You must handle this man with care, petite. Do you not let work come between you two. It'd be wise to remember that matter is fire, you are water. You have the ability to destroy each other. Oh, to absolutely destroy each other. Once again, the goddamn star signs. Okay? And when okay it comes to like their relationship, okay, because they are kissing and they do start hooking up, okay, they absolutely just start hooking up because the Mills and Boone is almost inevitable, of course, okay. It's don't get me wrong, I'm not a misogynist, but love is too important and emotional to take chances with. I met very few women I could honestly say I'd spend the rest of my life with, or those few I've met usually I've spoken for are totally immune to my charms, right. And she's like, really, women are do that, okay, absolutely do that, right. And also, once again, this book came out, okay, in 1991, which incidentally, not okay, the whole kind of women and motherhood debate, was that really going on, okay, what, what's that, 30 years ago, like women in debate, is that when Matt actually asked her, okay, if you had a child and Mad, would you still have your career? Basically, the idea, okay, that Candy's going to be kept if she does get married. Basically, insinuated, okay, that if Matt proposes, Candy will have to quit her job. Yes, we get this from that. Typical Mills and Boone, written by a woman, but got a hint of misogyny. Quite interesting, okay, that Matt said he's not a misogynist, okay, yet he still manages to drop this line, which I thought, okay, actually was quite disturbing. Right, here we are. Right. During conversation, you don't have to answer, but you only have to volunteer information about business matters. Right. But yes, I would like to go on working, and in the family concern, doesn't really present much problem. It would mean having a nanny, of course, but only on the premise for emergencies. Because when they ask if you're even one man, we'd like to go on working. Right. She'd not realised until then she'd gone beyond the terms of these questions, but she answered ready enough. Yes, most definitely, I love children. She waited, hoping he would give us an indication whether or not he liked children, but in the end, nothing was forthcoming. Right. Basically saying again, like at a job interview, you know what? When they ask you at a job interview, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Especially if you're a woman. They're gauging, okay, if you're going to quit your job, okay, at any point, okay, or go on maternity leave. If you say, okay, or maybe in a couple of years I might try to start a family, you won't get the job, okay? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? I say working for this company if you hire me. Celebrate my 5th year anniversary. Right. Yeah. So, here you go. So then, her father passes away, incidentally. That's why, okay, Matt was there. The reason why, okay, is her father was a very successful hotelier, but ran into financial difficulties and then sought out. After her father died, the truth always comes out, okay, that Matt's father is the head of the hotel, okay, chain, okay, that's actually taken over the business, right, so that's it. So basically, Candice is out of a job, right, that's it. Mr. Payman, as she nodded, I believe expecting me, James Gregory yourself, Wooden Enterprises. You already know my son and, of course, my nephew. your Southern Enterprises. It wasn't a question, but an accusation. And then says softly, "Oh, you bastard! Oh, you bastard!" She thought she heard Jerome Bush snigger, but James Gregory's expression hardened, and then she said, "Was that a remark intended for me, miss, or for my son?" "For me, Dad. I sorted it out with Candy later." So basically, while she's being seduced, okay, whilst the father was actually dying, okay, of heart failure, they couldn't do anything for him, right? Essentially, she thinks, right, that um, the Gregory's family, okay, is taken over. So Matt Gregory's family, okay, is going to take over a hotel and leave her homeless, right? But the thing is, once again, okay, Lisette, okay, has been a normal oblivious self, wanting to stop crying, okay, even though, okay, there was some financial difficulties with the hotel, and the fact that, it's all been taken over. And Lisette's attitude is, that's Candy's mother, is, right, "Well, then he will ask you to marry him, and we shall all live happily together, ever after. If only Arthur were here, it would be so perfect. Maman, Matt Gregory isn't going to ask me to marry him, and even if he did, I wouldn't dream of—" "You must marry him," Lisette said. "It's the only way, and if he asks you, I know he will." Right. Yet it is the only way. Basically saying, okay, that in all this, right, it's Lisette is basically pushing, okay, for this, wedding to take place, okay, between Matt and Candy. And it sounds so sinister the way she puts it, like it was part of the deal. So, okay, if you buy the hotel, okay, or if you buy, okay, this part of my hotel, okay, and absorb it into your company, it's my daughter's part of the deal. Here we are, right? "Are you mad and mad?" Lisette went on. "We shall be neighbours." Candy stood up, pushing a chair away from the table so violently that it almost toppled over. "Matt and I are not going to be married, Maman. I don't know where you got this ridiculous idea." "But Candice, petite," it's dismayed. "That is part of the bargain." "Bargain? What do you mean by that?" "Right. I'll be part of a package deal. If you want to us out of the flat, you have to evict us. And that's it. What is out of the flat? That's it. She will not be bought and sold." One thing, okay, I will say as a Scorpio, without not being told what to do. There you go. It's one thing, okay, this book got right. Okay. And the thing is, when it comes, okay, to the fact, okay, that Candice is not going to go willingly to leave her hotel, she basically turns around, okay, to Matt, okay, calls him out on absolute ridiculous. It's Arthur going to fall in love with him. One thing about this, okay, once again, being a Scorpio, you thought you tried the same tactics as before. Bullying and fest didn't work, did they? Let me tell you this, Scorpios never give in, never admit defeat, so you thought you'd try getting me into your bed again, didn't you? Well, it didn't work either. Right. And this bit here, okay? And you're very fond of telling me what Scorpios do and don't do. His voice grated as he spoke. "Well, I'm telling you something about them. Well, at least the kind of Scorpio you are. They're stubborn and willful. They persist in a course of action, even when it's obvious to them and everyone around them that they lead to self-destruction. I'll tell you this about Aries too, shall I? At least this particular Aries is as dedicated to winning as you are. I leave you to think that over. But after, okay, they have sex and they talk and everything else in between, okay? And they also, okay, whilst this time, okay, Lisette has actually been going out for drinks, okay, with Matt's father. And actually, and the thing is, okay, Lisette actually says, okay, to Candice, when she brings this up, like, basically, don't debase your father's memory, okay, he's just a friend, right? Even though, okay, her husband's probably been dead for a couple of weeks at this point, right? Here you go. Candice, you're not tired to insinuate, I'm not being disloyal to your father's memory, and the practical first woman to the fore, she added, this is a matter of expediality, so expenditure. Unlike you, I'm not foolish enough to antagonize a man who has the power to make life uncomfortable for us. Right. But she's like, no, he's Matt's father's been kind and courteous, okay? However, just to antagonize him. Right, it's basically keep him sweet, keep him on the side, keep him on the right side. So the indicator have a thing that Candy is not going to go willingly. So if Matt does, the case basically back away, leaves Candice to actually manage the hotel, okay, in his absence. He'd just be overseeing it at a distance. That's the actual plan, okay? And here you go. Right. As kidding, I'd be happy to see you second in command. I even said be settled for the manager's wife. Right. So, and what happens is that they usually love each other, and so Candy's going to stay as manager of the hotel, and Matt's going to back away, still do his business elsewhere. But they are in love, and they're going to get married and all that kind of stuff. Right. So he does propose. Right. So that's it. So right, she calms down. It's like, hey, here's the thing, okay, right, right, here we go. But the thing, okay, back about Scorpios, right. Day of the week, Tuesday, countries, Poland, Switzerland, flowers, rhododendron and any red flower. Food, hot spices, and rich creamy desserts. Scorpios can be very fussy about food and more likely to be the chef than the one who actually eats the food. Health, be careful not to let your emotions get the better of you. Scorpios are likely to be oversensitive to life stresses and strains. Although the water element in your sign helps to cool and soothe things when things become too much. You share your stars with these famous people: John Cleese, Yasmin Le Bon, Lulu, Jodie Foster, and Kim Wilde. Right, and here you go. And oh, what do I do? Planets Mars and Pluto. Pluto ain't a planet anymore. Here you go. Okay, final thoughts. Any good? First of all, I absolutely hated this book. I hated it, hated it. Now, I say that as a Scorpio, maybe that made me upset because I am a Scorpio too. It's the whole kind of everyone treated Candy as a fool, especially my mother said, "Oh yes, I'm a woman who into star signs, born into star signs, kid, and men are. Most men don't even know their star signs." And the fact is, okay, everyone was just taking Candy for a ride and all this. Okay, her father was basically saying, okay, basically making Matt court her, okay, without even telling her, "Oh yes, Candy, you show him around the eye, you can show him around the area, show him, okay, what the nice things, okay, and places we have." It's demeaning, it's debasing. I hated it. Nah. So a sting in the tail, as a Scorpio says, screw this book. Here you go. Right. Okay. Now as I'm sign off. Oh, for those of us here for Scorpios, their birthday November 2. Happy birthday.